Hello, everyone. Today we're diving into a fascinating topic. We'll explore how epistemology, the study of knowledge, directly impacts education. It's more relevant than you might think. Education is all about knowledge. So, understanding how we know things is crucial. Firstly, epistemology profoundly shapes curriculum design. Educators constantly ask, what knowledge is valuable to teach? Should we prioritize factual recall, practical skills, or critical thinking abilities? Different answers to these questions lead to very different school subjects and learning objectives. For example, if knowledge is primarily viewed as a collection of established facts, the curriculum will likely be heavily content-based and emphasize memorization. Conversely, if knowledge is seen as a dynamic process of inquiry and construction, the curriculum will focus more on problem-solving, project-based learning, and interdisciplinary studies. Secondly, it directly influences teaching methods, also known as pedagogy. How do students best acquire and internalize knowledge? Is it through direct instruction from a teacher, independent discovery, or collaborative work with peers? A teacher's underlying epistemological beliefs significantly dictate their approach in the classroom. If a teacher believes knowledge is primarily transmitted, they might lecture more often. If they believe knowledge is actively constructed by the learner, they will facilitate more student-led activities and discussions. Thirdly, assessment practices are deeply rooted in epistemology. How do we effectively measure what students truly know and understand? What does a test or an essay genuinely reveal about a student's learning? Is it merely memory recall, or does it demonstrate deeper comprehension, application, and analysis? Epistemology pushes us to critically question if our current assessment methods truly reflect meaningful learning outcomes. It encourages us to design evaluations that go beyond simple rote memorization and tap into higher-order thinking skills. Fourthly, epistemology is absolutely vital for fostering critical thinking skills in students. We actively teach students to question sources of information. We encourage them to rigorously evaluate claims and evidence. They learn to identify biases, distinguish between fact and opinion, and understand different perspectives. This process helps them develop their own robust and informed understanding of the world, empowering them to become independent and thoughtful learners. Fifthly, the very role of the teacher is defined by epistemological views. Is the teacher primarily a dispenser of information? Are they a facilitator who guides learning? Or are they a mentor who co-constructs knowledge with students? Their authority, responsibilities, and function within the classroom all stem from their beliefs about the nature of knowledge and how it is acquired. Lastly, epistemology informs the entire learning environment. Does a classroom primarily value quiet, individual memorization? Or does it encourage active curiosity, open-ended inquiry, and lively debate? These fundamental choices reflect underlying beliefs about how knowledge is best gained, validated, and shared. Epistemology helps us ensure that our educational practices are not just habitual, but thoughtful, intentional, and effective, ultimately creating richer learning experiences for everyone involved. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope this discussion gave you a new perspective on how deeply epistemology underpins everything we do in education. If you found this helpful, please consider supporting the channel. Your support helps us create more content like this. We really appreciate it.